This is John of Darkninja333, back for another video game playthrough. I'm playing through the Stanley Parable again. Last time I was stuck in that one white room after all my other things that I did. And this time I have something that I wanted to try out. First off, yes, I'm sick of this, so begin the game again. Just want to be in that save file though, with all the crazy stuff that's happened. Okay, so let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
okay, yes, I know.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Okay, no. Wait. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Hell
But
yeah.
the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is
Oh.
why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you
Oh.
are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
You gonna keep singing? Cause I can keep up with this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Well, I'm fine with listening to this music for a minute. Doesn't bother me any. I wonder how long it's gonna do this. Oh. 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 I think he ran out. Is he gonna say anything? Is that it? I think that's all he had to say. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, time to do what I actually wanted to do. Oh, let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now I just gotta remember how to get to where I want to go.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep, that's it.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, that door, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Gotcha.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
I want to know what's in the other doors.
What did you want to see? Vehicles,
the doors.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Okay.
Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go
this
ahead,
is what
Stanley.
I want to...
Take it for a spin.
No. Fuck.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Damn it.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. This I'm going this way.
Now,
damn it!
Say that competitive leaderboard helped you.
That didn't lead me anywhere. Restarting. Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check.
You know, there was one time where this changed.
By himself.
I just can't remember how I did it.
Guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Damn it, I don't know which way to go. Forget it.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'll just do it this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Fell to his death. See, I can't remember. I remember something I did or changed the beginning layout of the room, but I didn't pay any attention to it because I didn't notice that once you get endings and you restart it changes up the building and stuff, so I guarantee there's stuff I'm missing or endings I might have missed. I'm sure with that cryptic crap like the window, there's gotta be other shit.
He felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, I guess let's do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I already took the escape one, so I'm gonna go this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Fuck yeah, I do. You know, I just realized. There is that achievement, 888888888. I need to find that. Camera. Okay, let's hit this button.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Fired.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them. eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That sucks. You gotta love freedom. Just clicking everything. Where's mine? 427. Damn straight. What?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What the hell? Okay. 3. 5. I wonder what this is gonna do. 2. 3. Where's 4? There's 5. Where's 4 though? Oh, I see it. Four. And 5. Did I even do anything? What's that? I'm trying. There's buttons everywhere. Huh. I don't get what's the point of all these buttons, or what's up with down there. I don't get it. I hit everything in here and I don't think it did anything. Okay, it came in through that door. There's nothing up there. That door's locked. Whatever, I'll go through here.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are sent to explode, eliminating
No.
until detonation then, let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say...
Damn it. They died. I swore What the hell happened here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, there's plenty of fucking places to... I'm sure one of these memos could be it. Why is the floor coated in... Oh my gosh, it bothers me how much crap is going... Like, is... There. Oh my gosh, all these papers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Still nothing to do in here. Yeah, there's supposedly an escape that way, but let's just do this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through paper. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
You guys are horrible. I hate you so.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Whatever. Hater. Okay, well, we're definitely not hitting the button to self-destruct the place this time. Here we go again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, we went through this before.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess so. If I have to be.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally rooted in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Fuck it, let's do it. Okay.
Gladness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, for
Where
real.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I beat the game according to the thing. But it's still a crap ton of stuff, you know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
Oh.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, yeah, another input. What else do I have to get? Commitments, played on Tuesday. I would have had to do that yesterday. Speed run, 4 minutes. Probably do that. Go outside. Don't play it for 5 years. That seems a little hard. Unachievable. 8. I never saw any 8s in the game though, which bothers me.
When Stanley came to a set of
Wait,
two
no,
open
no,
doors,
no,
he
no,
entered
there's...
the door on his left.
No, that's too simple. It might be.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay,
Feeling a
well...
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise. 8.
Yes! I love how I'm definitely, like, looking at one. I don't know how it's... Okay, no matter where I'm clicking now, it's only hitting fucking 2, so I'm screwed. Wait, the door's open, though. I didn't even... Whatever. I don't care. Okay, well that was the 8 thing. Okay, well, I don't feel like doing anything else, really. I got the 8 achievement, which is what I wanted. What else is there?
All of his co-workers were
All
gone.
of his coworkers, no one cares.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Try and think, is there anywhere else? Like,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
well,
Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I don't even know where I'm going. I think I'm just gonna hit the next ending and then be done, since I've already done, I think, every ending possible. I mean, well, no. You know, there's gotta be
Stanley
more.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was
Yeah, I don't know
to
where
the
else I could
right?
go.
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Take your time.
Now, let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
If you say so.
No.
Okay, I know what this room is this
You're not
time.
supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Probably.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. We've got this time. Okay. It's alright, I'm gonna find something of interest if I keep going like this.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
I'm going in
Okay, let's give it a
circles.
shot. Why not?
God damn it. Oh, shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, there's no
Okay,
doors this time.
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, I know I didn't miss anything. Okay, well, I think this is gonna be it for this time. Especially since, you know, I know there's nothing else I can do right now that I'm aware of.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
Okay, well,
let's head
for now
back the
that's all,
other way
people,
and
so
retrace our
until next
steps.
time, peace off, guys.